Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is August 2nd, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Alright, I see that these fives force the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 2. These fives point right and this cell sees another 5. Let's move on to another digit. These threes point right. These threes force the digit 3 into one of these two cells in block 4. Let's look down here. These sixes, they point left. This 6 also points left. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into row 6, and then these 6s point right. This cell sees another 6. These 6s, they point up. Okay, one thing to notice is that in column 3, this cell sees 6, this cell sees 6, and this cell sees 6 as well. And 6 is still a missing digit of column 3. So 6 is forced into one of these 3 cells in column 3 because 6 can't go elsewhere apart from these 3 cells. So if 6 is guaranteed to go into one of these 3 cells for column 3 that are all in block 1, the result is that 6 in all other open cells in block 1 are eliminated because they are here. So no 6s can be in the other open cells in block 1, or because of these 6s. No matter if 6 goes like this, or like this, like a rectangular pattern, or a kind of X pattern, no matter how they go, these cells are gonna see those 6s. So none of these can be 6. There are two ways to see it. It's up to you, but just know that 6s are here. I'm actually gonna mark that, because I don't want myself to forget. Okay. These 8s point down. These 8s point up, so these two cells form a 6-8 pair, because in block 2, the digits 6 and 8 are still missing, and these 6 and 8s force both 6 and 8 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So this 6-8 pair cannot contain any other digits apart from 6 and 8, because in order to fit both 6 and 8 into block 2, they have to go into these two cells, and therefore all other digits are eliminated because they are strictly reserved for 6 and 8. So 5 can no longer go into this cell because it's a part of 6-8 pair, so I can force the digit 5 into this cell in block 2. Let's fill in the other missing digits. 2, 7, and 9 still have to go somewhere in block 2. This cell sees another 7. So in block 2, the digit 7 is forced into column 4, so these 7s point down. This cell sees another 7. Okay, another thing I see with 8 is that this 8 points left. So in block 4, the digit 8 is forced into row 6. And these two cells also form a 6-8 pair. It's the same logic with the one in block 2. It's the same logic. Because in block 4, both 6 and 8 are still missing, and 6 and 8 in row 4 points left to force both 6 and 8 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So in order to fit both 6 and 8 into block 4, these two digits have to go into these two cells. You can say these two cells are reserved for 6 and 8, and therefore all other digits are eliminated from these two cells. Therefore, I can force the digit 3 into this cell in block 4. Again, that makes these two cells a pair of 1 and 7 to complete block 4, but not yet resolved. These 7s point right. This cell sees another 7. So, yeah, again, these two cells form a 6-7 pair, because these 6s and 7s, all of these 6s and 7s, force both 6 and 7 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So in order to fit both 6 and 7 into block 6, they have to go into these two cells, and therefore, all other digits are eliminated from this 6-7 pair. So 5 can no longer go into the cell with these 5s. They force the digit 5 into this cell in block 6. And then these 5s point down. Another pair of 5 and 8. So yeah, same logic with any other pairs, so I'm not going to explain it again. But yeah, because of all of these 5s and 8s, and both these two digits are still missing from block 9. So yeah. And then this 3 points right. It cannot go into the 5-8 pair, so the digit 3 in block 9 is forced into column 7. This 3 points right, and this also sees 3 from block 9. So in block 6, the digit 3 is forced into one of these two cells in row 6, and then these 3s force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5. These 3s point down and this cell sees another 3, so in block 8, the digit 3 is forced into this cell, and then these 3s point right to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 9. So I've placed a lot of 3s right now. You can see how one batch of markings can affect so much, you know? Okay, this is the power of Sudoku. Um, okay, I do see that in row 9, whoops, sorry, I did not mean to put 5 and 6 there. In row 9, the digit 9 is still a missing digit, and these 3 cells see this 9. So if I were to put 9 somewhere, it has to go into this cell. So this cell has to be a 9. Because 9 still has to go somewhere in row 9 and cannot go into these 3 cells. So this cell is the only cell in which 9 can go into row 9. If that makes sense. Okay, so these 3 cells then form a triple of 1, 2, and 5. We got these 2 cells seeing another 5. So I can force 5 into this cell, and then this cell also sees 2, so I can place 1 and 2 like this. Row 9 is done. Okay. In block 9, let's find out the remaining missing digits. 1, 2, and 9. This cell seeks 9. Okay, so in block 5, 1 and 9 are still missing digits. 1 and 9 are still missing digits of block 5, and these two cells see 1 and 9. So both 1 and 9 can only go into the other two open cells in block 5, so these two cells form a 1-9 pair, which makes the other two cells contain the other two missing digits, which are 2 and 4. So here we got a 1-9 pair and a 2-4 pair. So these 4s, they point down. Not sure about the 2s though. Oh, but actually, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 4, they point down. So in block 8, these 3 cells form a 1, 2, 4 triple. Because these two cells see the 1, 2, and 4 in column 6. So these two cells cannot contain those 3 digits, and 1, 2, and 4 are still missing from block 8. So these 3 digits must go into the other 3 cells only, which form a 1, 2, 4 triple and makes the other 2 cells a pair of 5 and 7. You could have also seen it by all of these 5s and 7s. So if you see one of them, you're going to see the other one immediately. Hmm. Um, oh, this cell. Oh wait, how did I miss this 9? Okay, somehow I missed this 9, so I can actually place the 1 in line like this. This one also helps place the digit 1 into this cell in block 8. This 9 eliminates 9 from these two cells, placing 9 into this cell in block 2. Hmm. Okay, these 9s, they point right. These 9s points up, and this cell sees another 9. These 2s, they point up. Sorry. Excuse me for my coughing. Okay, so I do notice that 2s go down here. Same logic with these 6s. So no matter if 2 goes like this, or in the other pattern, like this or like this, all of these open cells in block 3 see these 2s. So none of these cells can contain 2. So in block 3, the digit 2 is forced into one of these 3 cells down here. Or you could have directly looked at row 3. You can directly look at row 3, and, well, 2 is still a missing digit. And you can say this cell sees 2, this cell sees 2, and this cell also sees 2. So in row 3, the digit 2 has to go into these 3 cells. One of these 3 cells. And if 2 is guaranteed to go into one of these 3 cells for this row, none of the other open cells in block 3 can contain 2 because it sees the 2 from one of these 3 cells. Both ways work, either for the block or the row. You're gonna have the same result. Okay, these 3 cells are for 2, 4, and 9. Because row 4 still has 5 open cells, and we have a pair over here. So the other 3 cells form a triple of 2, 4, and 9. Um, am I missing something here? Oh, how did I miss this 8? Oh my goodness, I always miss the most obvious things. Okay, I think this was from a very long time ago when I found the 6-8 pair. So I could have actually directly placed the 6 and 8 like this, which was a kind of silly mistake of not seeing certain digits that would help place some other digits. Okay, well, 6 in this cell is now eliminated. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Um, yeah, I could have placed the 6 and 8 the whole time. Okay, in row 3, the missing digits are 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9. This cell sees 1, 2, and 9, so this cell can only contain 6 or 7. 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. This cell sees 6 and 7, so this cell can only contain 1, 2, or 9. Hmm. This is almost a quad, but not quite. Because this cell can, from the perspective of now, this cell is possible to contain 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9. But not quite a quad. What should I do? Okay, I'm still confused as what to do and what not to do. Let's mark these cells. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the missing digits. This cell sees 3, so it's 1, 2, 4. This cell sees 4, so it's 1, 2, 3. This cell is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Not looking good. Oh wait, this cell. Oh, I'm such an idiot. This cell cannot contain 6. What am I thinking? This cell, well, I've proven before. It sees one of these 6s. Or, in column 3, 6 has to go here. So either ways, the digit 6 cannot go into this cell. This cell cannot contain 1, 2, 3. This cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've just said that 6 cannot go into the cell. It also sees 8 and 9. So the only digit that can go in this cell is a 7. So 7 must go in this cell, otherwise the cell would end up being empty. Sorry, give me some time to chill. My throat is... Oh, okay. If I talk weird, just know that I'm holding in my cough, alright? I want to burst out coughing, but at the same time I'm holding it back, so that's why I'm talking weirdly. Okay. Okay, once again, this cell sees every other digit apart from 7, and 7 is the only digit that can go in this cell, and nothing else can, so this cell must be a 7. Okay, wow. Um, yeah, let's finish up this column. 4, 6, and 8 are the missing digits. No, again, this cell cannot contain 6. I almost made the same mistake. Okay, so how does this 7 help in any way? Hmm. Okay, so let's look at block 1. The digit 1, because of this one, it goes into one of these 3 cells. I might actually mark them down. Oh wait, 1 cannot go into this cell because it... Hold up. It actually can go into this cell. It can go into this cell, never mind. Okay, and then 1 goes into these 3 cells, 2 goes into one of these 2 cells because of these 2s. We got 4s. This 4 points off. So 4 goes into one of these 3 cells. We also got 6 as a missing digit, which goes into one of these 2 cells. We also got 8. Because of these 8s, they go up here. And 9 into one of these 2 cells. Because of these 9s. Okay, so I've fully marked all the digits necessary. But I've still not spotted anything yet. Okay, I know that in row 3 the digits 3, 4, and 7 points right. And they are still missing from block 3. So 3 of these 4 cells contain 3, 4, and 7. I know that. 3 of these 4 cells contain 3, 4, 7. Actually, let's mark those digits. Because of this 3, they go up here. Because of this 4, 4 goes into one of these 2 cells. And because of this 7, 7 goes into one of these 3 cells. Does that help in any way? Well, I just found out that this can only contain either 3 or 4. Yeah, because for this column, for column 9, the missing digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9, but this cell sees 1, 9, and also 2. So this must be 3 or 4 only. Okay. Um, still doesn't help much. Hmm. The whole board is seriously too messy. It's a bit too messy. Because I don't know where to look at. That's the problem. Oh my goodness, my cough. Sorry. Hmm. Okay, I see that this cell sees 1, 2, does not see 3, sees 4, sees 5, does not see 6, sees, does not see 7 as well, sees 8, sees 9. So this cell can only contain 3, 6, or 7. But it doesn't help much, does it? See, I actually don't know what to look at. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look at block 7. The missing digits are 4, 6, 7, and 8. Because of this 4 goes into one of these 3 cells. Because of this 6 goes into one of these 2 cells up here. Because of this 7 goes into one of these 3 cells. And 8, I think, can go into any of the 4 cells. So yeah, I don't know how this helps. Oh my goodness. Is it the 4, 5, 7, 8 quad? It is. Wait! How come have I missed this the whole time? This one. I've been staring at nothing for the past 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I always just miss the most obvious things, don't I? Okay, I could have placed the digit 1 into this cell in block 9 the whole time. How did I not follow up? Okay, so after I placed this one, I could have immediately placed this 1 into this cell in block 9, and then the 2, because now these two cells cannot contain 2, this cell sees a 2, and this cell was just occupied by 1. So now in row 8, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, which makes this a 4. 4 into these two cells are eliminated, so these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 7, which eliminates 4 from these two cells, placing the digit 4 into this cell in block 1, which eliminates 4 from this cell, and earlier I found out that this cell can only contain either 3 or 4. So now 4 is eliminated, it must be a 3. Which actually forces this cell to be a 4. Okay. And then this cell cannot contain 4. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can't believe that me missing this one could slow down so much. Okay, sorry. Okay, the one in this cell is eliminated. So let's double check again. This cell sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So indeed, this cell must contain a 2, because no other digits can go into this cell, so 2 is the only digit that can go in this cell, so it must be a 2. Which makes this 4 and 2, 9 and 4. These are not 2s. Okay, this cell also sees 3, so I can place 1 and 3. This can't be 1 anymore. Oh my goodness. Can't believe that. Okay, something's weird. Okay, this cell now sees 2. So this must be a 9 and 2 and 9. So this cell must be a 2, because in row 3, this cell sees 2, this cell also sees 2, and 2 is still a missing digit. So in row 3, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. This cell is for 6 or 7 to complete this column, but it sees 7. So this is a 6 and this 7, 6. This cell is a 1 to complete this row, which makes the 7 and 1 and 8 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 6. So I got the 6 up here, and I can place 8 here. And then 2 and 9, 7, 2. Okay, this Sudoku puzzle is complete. I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in just under 33.5 minutes. This Sudoku puzzle could have gone way better if I had seen this one. It actually is not tricky. It's not as tricky as it seems. I just somehow missed a lot of digits today. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I'll go over the key spots. So I feel like it was all the pairs, like this 6-8 pair in block 2, the 6-8 pair in block 2, the 6-8 pair in block 4, and the 5-8 pair in block 9. What else? The placement of the digit 9 in row 9. The placement of 6 in block 1 or column 3, how you want to like it, and the 2 in block 3 or row 3. Yeah, those were basically it. And the one thing, oh, also the 6-7 pair in block 6 was also important. And the one thing I missed for such a long time was this one in block 8. After I placed this one, I could have immediately got this one in block 9, and that actually could have finished most of the Sudoku puzzle. Like, that just immediately caused a huge chain reaction. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself for missing this one the whole time. It was sitting here, just waiting for me to see it. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with me today. I apologize I took too long for this puzzle. I'm not gonna keep you here for too long. Um, Hopefully this video helps in any way. Even if you still have questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below because I'll be glad to reply you. Alright, I'll end this video here. It's been a long one. Hopefully, my eyes will be sharper tomorrow when I do another Sudoku. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. Apologies. Today is August 2nd, 2024. I'll see you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!